on. Yes. Leg drive. Legs. Yes. Behind your head. Behind your head. Yes. Breathe. Breathe. Big drive. Let's go, Anna. Let's go. Breathe. Let's go.
I'm back with another update. First things first, I'm brunette. As you can see, I got some highlights put through, but yeah, I'm officially brunette now. So yeah, a friend made a suggestion a few months ago and I thought, okay, I've been blonde for sort of 5-6 years now, and my natural colour is kind of a mixture between blonde and brown, so it's kind of nice that I feel like I can go either colour and it kind of like looks alright. But yeah, so I'm now brunette. Second thing, I was in Manchester last weekend, so I didn't get a chance to do a video, and the weekend before that was actually my Strongman competition. If you see my Strongman training video, then you'll see I did a little bit of training for it, but not too much. I literally did one session with German Strongman Dennis Kohlruss. I had no idea what the competition was going to be like at all. Just kind of a few pointers from what Dennis had told me. So he said that and what happens in Strongman competitions is you pick out an order. So you pick out of the hat what your running order will be. So I actually picked out that I would be first, standard. And then what happens is if you go first, you then, in the second event, you then end up being last, and then you move up the list. So we actually had 4 events in this competition, as you will see. We did log lift, so I was first on log lift, and then we did deadlifts. I was last on deadlifts. Now if you go last, the idea is that you have to do as many reps as possible. So if you go last, you are at an advantage in that you know exactly what your competitors have done, therefore you know what you need to do in order to win that event. So then deadlifts, and then we had farmer's walk, which I hate that. And then we had loading, which surprisingly, it was the most fun event for me. We had a 40 kilo barrel, we had a 50 kilo sack of sand, and then a 60 kilo atlas stone. So that's what we had to do. We had to lift that onto a platform, as you have seen. I was a little bit disappointed with the deadlifts because I've not practiced it. The bar was so thick, so the axle was, I don't actually know how thick it was, but I couldn't even get like my hand around it. I could hardly even get my whole hand around it. And the way I do deadlifts, I do one hand over and one hand under, and that's just the way I've always done it, and that's the way I like to do deadlifts. But it didn't end up being so advantageous with such a thick bar, and it was raining, and so I had to try and use these wrist wraps, and I never used them. And so I think for me it felt like a disadvantage because I've never practiced with an axle so thick with the wrist wraps, and I just ended up losing my grip in the end, which was annoying because I felt like my strength, I could do more. In the end I did 120 kilos for 8 reps. The best was 13 reps, and I felt like I could do more for my strength, but my grip just wasn't there, and the actual wraps fell off in the end, so unfortunately couldn't do more there. But log lift, we had the choice of 35 kilos or 45 kilos. I wasn't sure if I could even do one on 45. Well, the beauty of the Strongman competition was that you could try it, and then if you don't get it, you can go down to the lower weight. So I tried it and ended up doing 2 reps, which I was happy with. Yeah, and then the farmer's walk was 23 seconds, which was okay, but some of the other girls did it in about 17 seconds, and then the loading, I'm not sure how quick that was, but it wasn't too bad. In the end, I came 5th out of 12 girls. I think it was 12. 12 girls in Germany, and I'm proud. I'm proud of my performance. I've done all right. I don't think Strongman is something I want to continue to do in the future, because it does take focus off my powerlifting. So already the previous week before that, I didn't do any bench press because I had a bit of a problem with my neck, and then I had to be careful. And then so I rested it, didn't do any bench press. Then we had the Strongman competition. Then I didn't do any bench the week after that. So I just think if I was to do Strongman as well, it might take away from resting my body and making sure I'm able to do as well as I can do in powerlifting competitions. Also, it means I would have to travel to my friend Dennis, who is quite far away, because this is the problem with Strongman. Lots of places don't have the right equipment, so that's why it's can be difficult. So what Dennis is trying to do, he's trying to get CrossFit gyms on board so that they buy the equipment so that more people can get involved, because he's actually been quite a good ambassador for the sport of Strongman in Germany, and they weren't going to do a female event, and only because of him they actually put the event on. So I think he's doing a great thing for sports in general. Yeah, so I hope everybody's enjoyed my video anyway. I've got my national competition in October, so my next couple of videos will be just training based, just updating you on what I'm getting up to. I'm about to start my strength block, so volume is done. Yes, no more cardio squats. Volume is done, and I'll be moving on to my strength block, and everything is feeling good, so hopefully I can smash it in October. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions, hit me up down below in the comments box, and I'll see you next time.